Hey friends, welcome back to our channel. Today I'm going to show you how to make this felt moth. Now I already have one finished and I'm going to show you how I make another one. So all you need is some felt, some scissors, a pencil and a pen, and then some paper. Now this moth that I already made is in size 5x7, so I'm going to just trace it here. I want to frame these when I'm done, and the frames that I got are size 8x10, so 5x7 is a good size. I trace it on this paper and then I'm going to cut it out with scissors. And moths are symmetrical, so I am going to show you a little technique. We're going to fold this paper in half, and then I am going to draw my moth on one side of the paper. This is how I get it symmetrical. Now I'm kind of looking at pictures of moths to get ideas, but I'm just sketching out. I've got the head and then the wing, and then I'm just putting on a bunch of details, different circles and shapes and things. Now to make this easier for you guys, if you want, I made this into a printable that you can get on our website. So there's a link in the description. If you want to just print out our printable, then you can have this exact moth already all drawn out. But if you want to make your own, that's great too. So I'm just going to finish up with the details on this, and then let me show you how you get it symmetrical. So we're going to outline it with a darker marker. This is so that I can see through the paper all of my lines. If you started with a dark enough pen, you don't have to do this step. We just need all these lines as dark as we can get them. Now I'm going to fold the paper in half, and you can kind of see the drawing through the paper. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take it over to a window and I'm going to trace it all out, and then I'm going to open up the drawing and trace it again so that it's on the same side. Hopefully that makes sense, but you have to trace both sides. And then you have a symmetrical moth. Okay, now we're going to get to the cutting stage. So looking at this moth I already made, I kind of used orange and blue and then some neutral black and white colors. For this one, I'm trying to think of what colors I want to do, but I'm probably going to do some pinks, purples, and yellow. I'm going to start out by tracing onto the felt that we use as the background and then cutting it out. Again, this is a 5x7 canvas I'm using here. And then I'm going to cut out the moth piece by piece and then trace it onto the felt and cut it out. So this part is the most time consuming. We're just gonna cut out piece by piece, trace it onto the felt, and one tip in doing this, if you're tracing with the marker, make sure that when you cut it out, you're cutting off your marker lines so that you don't see them. You just be careful to cut along the inside of your line. You can also just cut it out and then flip it over as well so that your marker lines are on the bottom. Again, I'm just cutting out piece by piece and kind of picking the colors that I want to use as I go. I cut out these designs for the wing in pink, but then I didn't like how it turned out. They kind of got lost on the cream colored wings, and so I ended up scrapping those and cutting it out in purple. You'll see that here in a minute. It's okay to switch things up if you don't like the color and cut it out multiple times. I really like using complementary colors for things, so I'm using purple and yellow, and then kind of doing a few pink accents. Again, this is the more time-consuming part. So as you're working, you can just let this play through. I just wanted to show you the whole process of how I do it and how I get it all finished. As I was going, I realized that I can just freehand all of these circles. I don't need to cut them out of the template. So if you're able to do any of these parts by hand without using the template, you're just kind of using the template as a guide. So all of these circles I just cut out by hand and placed on the moth. I was also trying to get it to look similar but different to my original moth, so I used a lot of the same colors and the same kind of idea. I want them to go together on the wall, and so I want them to look like they belong together. Okay, now we're on to the fun part. I've got it all cut out and now I am going to glue it. So I like to use a hot glue gun because it dries super fast, but you can also just use craft glue if you want. It just takes a little bit longer to dry. Now piece by piece, we're just going to put down each of the felt pieces. And I like to just pull part of it up and then glue underneath and then push it down. You just want to be careful to get it into the right place. But you're just going to go through the whole moth and make sure that you get everything glued down. The hot glue is really stringy, so make sure to just pull off all your stringy pieces. And there you have it, both of them are finished, all glued down. Okay, I went to Hobby Lobby and got these really cute 8x10 shadow box frames. I thought they would be cute because it almost looks like you have an actual moth or butterfly in the frame. So I just took off the back and then put these in there. And they looked so cute next to each other on the wall. And there you have it, all finished. I'm going to hang these in my son's nursery on his wall. Hope you liked this video. Make sure to like and subscribe for more videos like this one.